3 minutes left to warm up. 3 minutes left. We're down to the last minute of warm-up. If we can start clearing the lanes, please.
This is a test start. Take the mark. This is a test start. Take your marks.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love.
And that concludes the warm-up for this morning. Time that is 9:09. If you can just please clear the pool.
I take a deep breath every time I pass your door. I know you're there, but I can't see you anymore. And that's the reason you're in the dark. I've been a stranger ever since we fell apart. And I feel so helpless here. Watch my eyes are filled with fear. Tell me, do you feel the same? Hold me in your arms again. I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I go alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love.
Well, as we near the start of session 7, this is the Kent County Championships 2024 here at the LAC in Stratford. It is time for your safety announcement. You are reminded that the depth of the water at the shallow end of the main competition pool is 3 metres. The deep end is also 3 metres. Starting blocks are 75 centimetres above the water level at both ends. Coaches and team managers are reminded that only those swimmers who have reached the standard of the Swimming and Competitive Start Award are permitted to start with a shallow racing dive from the starting blocks. If there is a false start, you must continue with a shallow racing dive. You must not topple into the water head downwards, as this is dangerous. If you are starting in the water, you must lower yourself over the side. Do not jump or dive. The signal that you will hear if it becomes necessary to evacuate the building will be a siren. To evacuate the building, all those present must use the marked emergency exits. Swimmers and officials must not return to the changing rooms to collect their clothes and belongings. Swimmers are advised to remove jewellery in order to prevent accidental damage to themselves And we do ask that no phones are used on the poolside, in the changing rooms, lockers or showers.
I've been trying to make a change, and now my eyes are open. I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free.
I should grow up someday, cause I got bills to pay. I can't be waking up at someone else's place. I know I drink too much, can't pay my rent this month. I should be saving up, but I just got paid. I'm broke but I'm boring, don't know where we're going. We go in when we go out. I just got paid. I'm broke but I'm boring, don't know where we're going.
Well, just as we are gearing up to get ready for our Kent County Championships 2024, it is of course time to welcome out your team of technical officials. So please give it up for your referees and starters. Well, your referees today, Matsia Huel, Leslie Mahindlakumar, Ian House, Colin Booth, and Chris Harding. And your starters, Michelle Ellis and Helio Vanden Pleur. Your technical director, Gene Scott. And your lead referee, Malcolm Keysale. One more time, give it up for your referees and starters.
Can Savannah from Thanet please come down to marshalling immediately?
Well, final call then. Final call for Savannah Ellerington of Thanet. Final call for Savannah Ellerington of Thanet. This is the females 12 years and over 400 metre IM, heat number 1.
Take your marks.
One, two. Well, just to clarify then, this is the females 12 years and over 400 metre IM, this being heat number 1 of 7. In lane 3 we have Elizabeth Sanders, a 12-year-old from Greenwich Royals. In lane 4, Savannah Ellerington of Thanet. And in lane 5, Amelia Good of Beckenham. Heat number 2.
Take your marks.
So in heat number 2 of 7 then, in lane 1 we have Elsie Saffer of Monson. In lane 2, Tyler J. Thomas of Maritime. In lane 3, Jada Yankee of Bromley. Lane 4, Ava Cook of Whitecliffs. In lane 5, Isabel Healy of Greenwich Royals. In lane 6, Martha Rickard of Bromley. In lane 7, Ruth Allen of Saxon Crown. And in lane 8, Evelyn Carson of Dover Life. Heat number 3.
Take your marks.
Well, in Heat 3 then, we have in lane 0, Isabel May of Maidstone. In lane 1, we have Sumyal T of Tonbridge. In lane 2, Holly Calvert of Edinbridge. In lane 3, Nell Deziki of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In lane 4, Lola Borner of Sevenoaks. In lane 5, Olivia Cooley of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In lane 6, Poppy Trainer of Beckenham. In lane 7, Rosie Hollands of Dover Lifeguards. In lane 8, Bella Flavin of Sevenoaks. And finally, in lane 9, Elise Butler of Maidstone. Got ages in this third heat of 7, ranging from 12 to 14. The fastest time coming into this, a 5:49.4. That was for Lola Borner of Sevenoaks. And just as we proceed through the morning, ticking just past 9:30, a quick little birthday shout out, a birthday announcement for 13-year-old Hayden Sanders of Bromley. A big happy birthday to you. Best of luck in your races later on today. Hope you have a fantastic day. Well, finishing there with a time of 5:47.86. That is Lola Borner in lane 4, followed by Olivia Cooley in lane 5, and finally Isabel May in lane 0. Heat number 4.
Take your marks. Can we please have all those competing in the open males 10 years and over 100 meter freestyle? That's all those competing in the open males 10 years and over 100 meter freestyle down to marshalling, please. Thank you. In heat number 4 then, we have in lane 0 down to 9, Daisy Smith, May Davis, Grace Holmes, Natasha Greer, Paris Fairhurst, Phoebe Gage, Emily Pietasema, Hannah Strover, Ruby Waller and Sophia Sturbus. So once more, that's all those competing in the open males 10 years and over 100 metre freestyle. That's all those competing in the open males 10 years over 100 metre freestyle. Please head on down to marshalling, whether you're in heat 1 or heat 8 and so on. Please do head down to the marshals area, please. Thank you. Well, into the final few metres we go then, and over in lane number 4, that is Paris Fairhurst with a time of 5 minutes 36.9 her time, 3 and a bit seconds in front of Grace Holmes in second, and then third to come across the line there is Ruby Waller in lane 8. Heat number 5.
Take your marks.
So in heat 5 then, we have in lane 0 down to 9, Amelia James, Madison Notley, Jessica Goodwin, Kalisa Bradshaw, Martha Warner, Bella Jones, Amelia Narkevich, Julia Elvidge, Poppy Taylor and Isla Turner. Oh, just 8/100ths of a second difference there between Julia Elvidge and Bella Jones as they both touched the timing boards in first and second, and third across the line there, Bradshaw in lane number 3. Heat number 6.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 6 then of 7, our penultimate heat of these 400 metre IMs, we have Jessica Long, Olivia Norley, Laura Williams, Ariane Ivanova, Abby Outram, Veronica Closet, Ella Louise Doyle, Reese Huckle, Zoe Tollett and Lola Bauer. Well, into closing stages then we go of these IMs, and it's a very, very close finish there between Olivia Norley and Larry Williams in lanes 1 and 2 as they finish 1 and 2, with Abby Outram coming in third in lane 4 with a time of 5:29.88, about 6 seconds behind the leaders. Heat number 7.
Take your marks.
Well, following the conclusion of this 7th heat of the 400 metre IMs, we'll be moving on to our 100 metre freestyles. We've got a lot of heats of those coming your way shortly. That will be in the open males 10 years and over category. So one last shout out to you all. If you are not down to the Marshalls area, please do head on down.
Well, finishing up there with a time of 4 minutes 54.57 is Amelie Smith, followed by Lilia Fornasia in lane number 6, and finally Davy Scarlett in lane number 7. We will now just have a short delay while our team of technical officials just go through a couple of processes before we move on to the 100-meter freestyle.
Good, don't it? Listen. Yeah, this was your city. You did it all and more, broke every law except for one, babe. Attraction, are you ready? I know you feel it, pull you nearer till you feel it again. Oh, wanna do something right, but we could do something better. no time like tonight. And we ain't trying to save it for later. We stay out here living the life. Yeah, nobody cares who we are tomorrow morning. And I got that little something I like, the little something I've been wanting to borrow. Tonight's the night, come on, surrender. I won't lead your love astray, astray, yeah. Your love's a weapon, give your body some direction, that's my aim. Then we could take back the night. Come on, use me up until there's nothing left. Take back the night. Dizzy, spinning, sweating, you can't catch your breath. Take back the night. Ooh, don't know when the sun is rising next. Take back the night. So if the feeling's right, then raise your glass and let's take back the night. Take back the night.
This is the Open Males 10 years and over 100 metre freestyle, heat number 1.
Take your marks.
Well, just a clarification then. That is a clarification from our opening event. That is event 701, heat number 4, lane 3. Natasha Greer of Greenwich Royals had been disqualified. That has now been changed, and you've now finished in 9th. That is Natasha Greer of Greenwich Royals. Disqualification has been revoked, and you've now finished 9th. And coming across with a time of 1:16.85. That is Ben Tingle in lane number 3. Heat number 2.
Take your marks.
Well, off and underway then in heat number 2. We have James Mott, Oliver Freer, Michael Narshev, Lenny Lewis, Fiacra Baridi, Ellie Jane, George Gummer, James Cassell, Leo Heath and Oscar Spur. And with a time of 1:12.85 in lane 5. That is Jin Alai in lane number 5. Heat number 3.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 3 then of 15, we have Sebastian Arjulov, Ivan Kulik, Edward Shepherd, Jax Marshall, Henry Webb, Ashton Platts, Rocco Pallen, Kai Ingerfield, Noah Jones and Harry Stavely. Well, coming in to the final few metres then of this one. And who is out in the lead, looking into the pool with a time of 1 minute 10.83. That is Noah Jones in lane 8. Heat number 4.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 4, we have Stanley Driver, Johnny Osborne, Romeo Ball, Ho Ching Yao, Phoenix Clary, Rowan Andrews, Jacob Rost, Alex Scott, Leo Peach, and Gabriel Pereira Hill. As we enter the closing stages of heat number 4, who's out in front? Who will get that fastest time? That is Romeo Ball with a time of 1:07.76 in lane 2. Heat number 5. Well, with a time of 102.64, that is in lane number 4, Auxerel. He finishes up heat number 5. Heat number 6.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 6 then, we have Ruben Smith, Harrison Wilkins, Liam Daly Valverde, William West, George O'Connell, Arlo Shaw, and Delaney Moe, Arian Beast, Jake Mock, and Aaron Chen. Well, into the final 10 metres we go then of heat number 6. I promise we'll rally up the atmosphere later on as we head into our finals, but for now we're in the heats, and for now it's Wilkins in lane 1 who gets place number 1 with a time of 102.42. Heat number 7.
Take your marks.
In heat 7 then we have Fotos Nikopoulos in lane 0, followed by Charlie Braid, Olivia Beckwith, Osred Delinin, Hamming Du, Daniel McKensas, Oliver Ratchford, Rowan Bissett, James Kennerall, and Wyn Williams. Heat number 8.
Take your mark.
Well, in heat number 8 then, we have Finley Smith, Luca Russell Gridley, Bernard Negus, Mason Rowe, Charles Williams, Alfie Gomer, Andrew McCannon, Yargo Daly, Allison, Otis Goldthorpe and Thomas Ellershaw. Heat number 9.
Take your marks.
Heat number 10.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 10 then we have Thomas Love, Edward Evans, Alexander Tollett, Sonny Landyman, Charlie Bryce, James Young, Stanley Reeder, Charles Stanley, Daniel Harding and Hayden Sanders. And coming across then with a time of 58.48, that is James Young in lane 5. Heat number 11.
Take your marks.
And Heat 11 then we have Nahum Fisher, Luke Fowl, Nick Wood, Jason Pearce, James Bolton, Liam Stockwell, Oakley Price, Shobin Mahendalakumar, Mason Lilliot and Henry Shepherd. Heat number 12.
Take your marks.
In Heat 12 of 15 then we have Dek Patlik, Andreas Kokini, James Page, Jeremiah Kaniji, George Goodwin, Ethan Sufford, James Sugru, Thomas Atkins, Finn Jackson and Aubrey Armada Bennett. Heat number 13.
Take your marks.
In Heat 13 then we have Alia Brolovsky, Marcus Richards, Sebastian Williams, Henry Norman, Armel Delaney, Ruben Cowley, Michael Banks, Keaton Hibbett, Philip Gregolas and Edward Gray. Heat number 14.
Take your marks.
And this penultimate heat there as they come down the final 50 metres of this 100 metre freestyle. One more heat to come in this before we move on to our 100 metre butterflies. That is for the females 10 years and over. And with a time of 53.33 for Anna Hayden in lane 4. Heat number 15.
Take your marks.
Well, in this 15th heat then we have Thomas Long, Joseph Alayi, Chengzi Duan, Tom Hawkins, Aaron Bissett, Matthew Rogers, Chun Shin Yon, Oscar Behrens, Lawrence Wilson and Kyle L. Natamoa. And with a time of 53.12, that is Aaron Bissett in lane 4 as we move on to our 100 metre butterflies. This is the females 10 years and over 100 metre butterfly, heat number 1.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 1 of these 100 metre butterflies, we've got again a lot of these to get through, 15 again overall for us to whittle through. And we'll start then with heat 1 in lane 0 with Eugenia Harvey, followed by Jemima Rudd-Jones, C.R. Larkin, Nia Michael, Violet Holtz, Maisie Donnelly, Helena Shaw, Thea Doyle and Mia Lorenz Lynn.
Well, our first to touch the timing pad there with a time of 1:32.72. That is Nia Michael in lane 3, followed by a Violet Holt in lane 4. And then C.R. Larkin in lane 2. Heat number 2.
Take your marks.
Well, your finalists are confirmed for the open male 10 years and over 100 metre freestyle. If you hear your name read out, you've made it into the final and you will have 5 minutes to withdraw. James Cassell, Sebastian Argirov, Eli Jin, Rocco Parlin, Noah Jones, Ivan Kulik, Jax Marshall, Edward Shepherd, Harry Stavely, Kai Ingerfield, Stanley Driver, Ho Ching Yao, Thomas De Cruz, Rowan Andrews, Dane Rawkins, Romeo Ball, Jacob Rost, Phoenix Claring, Johnny Osborne, Leo Peach, Aaron Chen, Ruben Smith, Liam Maros, Harrison Wilkins, Hayden Sanders, Oliver Ratchford, Arlo Shaw, Charlie Braid, Jake Moik, George Beardsmore, Finley Smith, Damien Dadkov, Homing Du, Thomas Love, Henry Shepherd, Azret Delanin, Yargo Daly Allison, Ben Negius, Thomas Ellershaw and Otis Goldthorpe, Edward Evans, Charles Presley, Albert Brooks, George Goodwin, Jeremiah Kaniji, Thomas Atkins, Philip Gregorias, Alfie Gomer, Oliver Good, Nathaniel Sawyer, and finally Sonny Landyman, James Belton, Nick Wood, Oscar Collier, Aaron Bissett, Michael Banks, Aubrey Amada Bennett, Kalel Natoma, Finn Jackson and Daniel Harding. Heat number 3.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 3 then of these 100 metre butterflies, we have Freya Kelly, Victoria Griffin, Anna Collins, Martha Ricard, Emily Tarr, Charlie Hall, Ellie Gibbs, Taya Kempton, Emily Fairhurst and Georgia Norley. Heat number 4.
Take your marks.
In heat number 4 then we have Mia Moss, Jada Yankee, Ruth Allen, Jessica Steed, Rihanna Yankee, Elise Butler, Katie Miller, Freya Sheard, Elsie Safa and Aziel Ong. Heat number 5.
Take your marks.
Well, our raffle numbers have been drawn in the upstairs raffle. We'll have another one coming up this afternoon, but these are your winning numbers, and we'll start with pink. 403, 422, 428, 457, 557, 561, 585, 606 and 614. And now the yellow numbers are as follows: 278, 365, 396, 526, 564 and 641. We will go through those numbers again in a short while, but if you do need to double check, you can do so at the raffle table. Heat number 6.
Take your marks.
So in heat 6 we have Isabella Heaney, Chloe Ann Naylor, Jessica Perkins, Amelia Macy, Abby Nelson, Gracie Toom, Tamitha Bonner, Ella Louise Doyle, Poppy Traynor, and Isabel May. Heat number 7.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 7 then of 15 we have Kabisha Mahendalakumar in lane 0, followed by Amy Gridley, Ella Kerdal, Ellie Post, Erika Majuska, Andrea Pereira Hill, Katie G, Charlotte Field, Jessica Goodwin, and Emily Wheeler. Heat number 8.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 8 then we have Leah Watson, Olivia Mohangi, Paris Fairhurst, Julia Elvidge, Madison Notley, Bella Jones, Adorana Sola Adamathan, Violet Turner, Kayla Daly Valverde, and Isabel Trainer. Heat number 9.
Take your marks.
In heat number 9, and we have May Davis, Isabel Dill Russell, Mariella Duchamp, Abigail Foch, Mia Salfan, Charlotte Redmond, Brooke McGregor, Catherine Irwin, Julia Sabala, and Annabelle Evans. Heat number 10.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 10, we have Natasha Greer, Aliana Bradshaw, Jessica Everett, Chloe Linde, Zoe Tollett, Mia Armstrong, Sophia Beament, Phoebe Gage, Harmony Berry, and Kalisa Bradshaw. Heat number 11.
Take your marks.
In Heat 11, we have Ruby Waller, Poppy Taylor, Isabel Orchard, Isla Turner, Mariella Tikova, Florence Adowu, Daisy Smith, Maisie van den Plurg, Liana Gore, and Dakota Lynch. Heat number 12.
Take your marks.
And in Heat 12 of 15, then we have Martha Warner, Harriet Rogers, Amelia Narkevich, Ella Greer, Josephine Lawn, Madeline Evans, Lola Bauer, Kelly Ramsey, Carmen Jenkins, and Amelia Skinner. Heat number 13.
Take your marks.
In Heat number 13, then we have Ellie Lewis, Chloe Desiderio, Charlotte Marshall, Emily Celafini, Ivy Nightingale Ellis, Ivy Haggerty, Jessica Gable, Sophia Stoyanova, Isla Marshall, and Evie Baltasari. Heat number 14.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 14, we have Jessica Long, Kellyanne Warrington, Evie Barringer-Fleming, Lola Burns, Madeleine Hind, Emily Smith, Abby Outram, Isabella Arundel, Olivia Norley, and Amelie Tovey. Heat number 15.
Take your marks.
In this final heat then of the 100-metre butterflies, we have Cara Redford, Fred Johnston, Lily Della, Amelia Oliver, Annabelle Smith, Blythe Jolly Ellis, Reese Huckle, Hughes, Tilly Pollard, and Lilia Fornasia. This is the Open Males 10 years and over 200-metre backstroke, heat number 1.
Take Take your marks.
Here are the finalists for the 100 metres butterfly for women in the 10-11-year-old age group. Lane 0, Maisie Butler. Lane 1, Jessica Partridge. Lane 2, Chloe Mancarius. Lane 3, Chloe Robinson. Lane 4, Anna Collins. Lane 5, Charlie Hall. Lane 6, Georgia Collins. Lane 7, Nia Michael. Lane 8, Lila Gibb, and in lane 9, Sophie Stone. The reserve finalists are Olive Kay and Violet Holt. In the 12-year-old age group, lane 0, Ruth Allen. Lane 1, Mia Moss. Lane 2, Taya Kempton. Lane 3, Amelie Fairhurst. Lane 4, Alice Brooks. Lane 5, Isabel Healy. Lane 6, Freya Shared. Lane 7, Elsie Saffer. Lane 8, JD Yankee. And in lane 9, Elise Butler. The reserves are Ellie Gibbs and Jessica Steed. In the 13-year-old age group, lane 0, Ella Ramsey. Lane 1, Sum Yao Si. Lane 2, Bella Flavin. Lane 3, Julia Elvidge. Lane 4, Jessica Long. Lane 5, Brooke McGregor. Lane 6, Isabel May. Lane 7, Katie Miller. Lane 8, Paige Milligan. Lane 9, Sophia Stirrups. And the reserves are Rebecca Langford and Rosie Hollins. And now I'll hand you back to Elliot to finish off the rest after the race. Next race starts.
Heat number 2.
Stand down, swimmers. Stand down, please. Thank you. Take your marks.
So, continuing in on our finalists with the 14 years age group, we have Kobe Shia, Mahandala Kumar, Amelia Narkevich, May Davis, Josephine Lawn, Olivia Norley, Lola Bauer, Ellie Post, Isla Turner, Zoe Tollett and Emily Pitasema, with your reserves Paris Fairhurst and Harmony Berry. In the 15 years age group, Isabella Arundel, Cara Redford, Sophia Stoyanova, Reese Huckle, Madeline Hind, Amelie Smith, Lily Della, Carmen Jenkins, Poppy Taylor and Tilly Pollard, with your reserves Madeline Evans and Daisy Smith.
In the 16 years age group, Harriet Rogers, Evie Porter-Carey, Ellie Lewis, Lilia Fornasia, Nightingale Ellis, Amelia Oliver, Ivy Haggerty, Florence Aduwu, Ruby Waller and Jessica Everett, with your reserves, Kathleen Irwin and Olivia Makanoshi. And finally, with the 17 years age group, Chloe Desiderio, Isla Marshall, Freya Johnston, Jessica Gable, Annabelle Smith, Lola Burns, Blythe Jolly Ellis, Callie Ann Warrington, Amelia Tovey and Abby Outram, with your reserves, Charlotte Marshall and Emily Serafini. And those following names you will have until 11:28. That is 11:28 to withdraw. So you'll have in the next 8 minutes to withdraw your names. Thank you. Heat number 3.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 3 then, in lane 0 down to 9, we have Dominikas Galanitis, Gabriel Marsh, Phoenix Clary, Arnold Poynton, Ho Ching Yao, Maxime Andalukovic, Alex Scott, Miles Van Delden, Lawrence Scott and Noah Jones. And with a time of 2 minutes 47.75, that is Ho Ching Yao in lane number 4. Heat number 4.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 4 then, we have Oliver Carr, Liam Daly Valverde, Harry Thompson, Jake Mock, Ruben Smith, Azret Delanen, Oliver Bellaby Brown, Louis Harvey, Romeo Hall and Elliot Hogben. Heat number 5.
Take your marks.
This is an announcement for Catherine Irwin. That is Catherine Irwin. Are you able to swim in the 16 years final? If so, please make yourself known. That is Catherine Irwin. If you're able to make the 16 years final, if you're able to swim in the 16 years final coming up shortly, please make yourself known. Thank you. So just to reiterate, that is Catherine Irwin of Maidstone. That is Catherine Irwin of Maidstone. Please make yourself known if you're able to swim in the 16 years butterfly final. Heat number 6. So a correction to be made in event 704. That's event 704 in heat number 3. Lanes 1 and lanes 8 have been disqualified, and lane number 3 has now been promoted to 3rd. So that is lanes 1 and lanes 8 in heat 3 from event 704 have now been disqualified, with lane 3 taking 3rd place. Heat number 7.
Take your marks.
Can we please have all swimmers, that's all swimmers competing in the females 10 years and over 100 metre butterfly, that's all those competing in the female 100 metre butterfly, down to marshalling please, thank you. Heat number 8.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat number 8 then, we have the following. Charles Stanley, Rowan Bissett, Lewis Head, Derek Brady, Co Mathema, Cameron Thornton, Lucas Downer, Hayden Sanders, Caden Hibbett and Patomi Mangat. Heat number 9.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 9 of 11 then, we have Sonny Landyman, Jude Odiesas, Finn Jackson, Edward Evans, Edward Williams, Henry Shepherd, Charlie Bryce, Daniel Harding, Macaulay Johnston and Joshua Hill. Heat number 10.
Take your marks.
Well, in heat 10 then, we have Alex Userman, Michael Banks, James Sugru, Montana Ari Brown, Tate Pitchy Cooper, Brian Dinev, Oliver Good, Albert Brooks, Alexander Tollett, Joshua Scanlon, and then following on from that we will have heat number 11. And then we'll be moving on to our 100 metre butterfly finals, followed by our 100 metre freestyle finals. First the females, and then the open male category. Final announcement then for all females, 10 years and over 100 metre butterfly final. That is all those competing in the females 100 metre butterfly final. This is your final call to go down to the marshals area. Thank you. Heat number 11.
Take your marks.
So in heat number 11, we have Felipe Glorias, Oscar Collier, Tom Hawkins, Aaron Bissett, Denise Milikogovsky, Henry Norman, Harry Cox, Marcus Richards, Vince Mock, and Jack Brown. Well, it is now time for our finals, starting with the females 10 to 11 years, 100 metre butterfly. In lane 0, Maisie Butler. Lane 1, Jessica Partridge. In lane 2, Chloe Mancarias. Lane 3, Chloe Robinson. Lane 4, Anna Collins. Lane 5, Charlie Hall. Lane 6, Georgia Collins. Lane 7, Nia Michael. Lane 8, Lila Gibb.
And lane 9, Sophie Stone.
Take your marks.
Well, on we go then until the final 50 metres of this opening final. This is the 10 to 11 years category. They want to watch, really. Anna Collins, the 11-year-old from Herne Bay, came in with a time of 1:21.77. It's neck and neck at the moment between herself and Charlie Hall of Herne Bay and White Oak. All the way down to the white here, the two in the white and green caps. Who gets there first? Anna Collins with a time of 1:19.07. By about 4/10 of a second, she takes that victory in our opening final. This is the females 12 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Ruth Allen. In lane 1, Mia Moss. In lane 2, Taya Kempton. In lane 3, Amelie Fairhurst. Lane 4, Alice Brooks. Lane 5, Isabel Healy. Lane 6, Freya Shears. Lane 7, Elsie Safer. Lane 8, Jada Yankee. And lane 9, Elise Butler.
Take your marks.
Well, as they turn around at the 50 metre mark and head back down the other way towards the diving board end, we are into the final 50 metres of the 12 years 100 metre butterfly final. We got representatives in this race from Saxon Crown, Maidstone, Bromley, White Oak, Greenwich Royals,
Royal Tunbridge Wells, who will come out on top. The front runner coming into this with a time of 1:17.09 was Alice Brooks, the 12-year-old from Bromley. At the moment, though, she does trail behind, ever so slightly behind Isabella Healy, who does come across first with a time of 1:15.73. Only the 2.5 tenths separating the two as we finish off this second final. This is the female 13 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Ella Ramsey. In lane 1, Sum Yao Ti. In lane 2, Bella Flavin. Lane 3, Julia Elvidge. Lane 4, Jessica Long. In lane 5, Brooke McGregor. Lane 6, Isabel May. Lane 7, Katie Miller. Lane 8, Paige Milligan. And lane 9, Sophia Stirrups.
Take your marks.
Can we please have all those competing in the Open Males 12 years and over, or 10 years and over, should I say, all those competing in the Open Male 10 years and over 100 metre freestyle down to marshalling, please. That's all those competing in the Open Male 100 metre freestyle down to marshalling, please. Thank you. And as we come into the tail end of this one, just looking into the pole, winning that white cap on, that is lane 4's Jessica Long of Bromley, who gets a time of 1:08.863 seconds ahead of Brooke McGregor. That's a fine performance from the Bromley swimmer in lane 4. This is the female 14 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Kabisha Mahandalakumar. In lane 1, Amelia Narkevich. Lane 2, May Davis. In lane 3, Josephine Lawn. Lane 4, Olivia Norley. Lane 5, Lola Bowra. Lane 6, Ellie Post. Lane 7, Isla Turner. Lane 8, Zoe Tollett. And lane 9, Emily Pietama.
Take your marks.
As we enter the final 25 metres of this 100-metre butterfly final. This is the female 14 years age category. This has been a monstrous performance from lane 4's Olivia Norley. She came in with a time of 108.5. She'll get a 107.8. Excellent performance, improving just under by a second to get herself the gold. This is the female 15 years 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Isabella Arundel. In lane 1, Cara Redford. In lane 2, Sofia Stoyanova. In lane 3, Reese Huckle. In lane 4, Madeline Hyde. Lane 5, Emily Smith. Lane 6, Lily Deller. Lane 7, Carmen Jenkins. Lane 8, Poppy Taylor. And lane 9, Tilly Pollard.
Take your marks.
Well, final closing stages of this 500-metre, 100-metre butterfly with the 15 years. And Emily Smith takes it with a time of 103.71, just about 2 tenths off Madeline Hyde next to her in lane 4. This is the female 16 years 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Jessica Everett. Lane 1, Evie Portacari. Lane 2, Ellie Lewis. In lane 3, Lilia Fornasia. Lane 4, Ilana Nightingale Ellis. Lane 5, Amelia Oliver.
Lane 6, Ivy Haggerty. Lane 7, Florence Idowu. In lane 8, Ruby Waller. And lane 9, Catherine Irwin.
Take your marks.
Well, as we enter the final 50 metres then of this female 16 years 100 metre butterfly final, we've got one more coming your way. That'll be the female 17 years and over. So the penultimate one for the butterfly before we move on to the males category with the 100 metre freeze. And this again has been a very, very dominant performance from that central lane. Lane number 4, Ilana Nightingale Ellis. She came in with a time of 103.96 and in fact has completely matched it there with a 103.96 in the final. Talk about consistency. This is the female 17 years and over 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Clary Desadilio. Lane 1, Isla Marshall. Lane 2, Freya Johnston. Lane 3, Jessica Gable. In lane 4, Annabelle Smith. Lane 5, Lola Burns. Lane 6, Blythe Jolly Ellis. Lane 7, Callie Ann Warrington. In lane 8, Amelia Tovey. And lane 9, Abby Outram.
Take your marks.
Well, this is the final of the female 17 years and over category then, and having a look into lane number 4, that's Annabelle Smith, the 21-year-old of Bromley, came in with a 104.43. She'll beat that brilliantly there with a 103.99 to wrap up her first gold medal of the weekend. This is the open male 10 to 11 years 100 metre freestyle final. In lane 0, James Cassell. In lane 1, Sebastian Agilon. In lane 2, Eli Jin. Lane 3, Rocco Palin. In lane 4, Noah Jones. Lane 5, Ivan Kulik. Lane 6, Jax Marshall. In lane 7, Edward Shepherd. Lane 8, Harry Stavely. And lane 9, Kai Ingerfield.
Take your marks.
Well, as we enter the final couple of metres then, who's out in front? That is lane 5. It was Ivan Kulik, who gets a time of 109.95 to get his first gold medal of the weekend. This is the Open Male 12 years 100 metre freestyle final. In lane 1, Stanley Driver. In lane 1, Ho Ching Yao. In lane 2, Thomas de Cruz. In lane 3, Rowan Andrews. In lane 4, Dane Rawkins. Lane 5, Romeo Ball. In lane 6, Jacob Rust. In lane 7, Phoenix Clary. Lane 8, Johnny Osborne. And lane 9, Leo Peach.
Take your marks.
Well, into the final 50 metres we go then of this 100 metre freestyle. Just a little correction, Stanley Driver in lane 0, Ho Ching Yao in lane number 1. Those two 12-year-olds competing from Bromley and Royal Tunbridge Wells. As they battle away, who is out in front? Looking into lane number 4, that's Dane Rawkins of Sevenoaks. And well, he's about 7/10 ahead of his nearest opponent here as he gets in with a 106.27. And wow, he's over a second ahead of Romeo Ball in lane 5. This is the Open Male 13 years 100 meter freestyle final. In lane 0, Aaron Chen. In lane 1, Ruben Smith. Lane 2, Leo Maros. In lane 3, Harrison Wilkins. In lane 4, Hayden Sanders. In lane 5, Oliver Ratchford. In lane 6, Arlo Shaw. In lane 7, Charlie Braid. In lane 8, Jake Mock. And in lane 9, George Beardsmore.
Take your marks.
Right to the final 10 to 15 metres we go then. Out in lane 4, Hayden Sanders. It is his birthday. Can he get a goal on said birthday? Yes, he can with a sub 60 second time. 58.86 for Hayden Sanders. That's not a bad birthday present at all for the Bromley swimmer. This is the Open Male 14 years 100 metre freestyle final. In lane 0, Finley Smith. In lane 1, Damien Dadkov. In lane 2, Hamming Du. In lane 3, Thomas Love. In lane 4, Henry Shepherd. In lane 5, Aslet Delaney. In lane 6, Yorgo Daly Allison. In lane 7, Ben Negus. In lane 8, Thomas Ellershaw. And in lane 9, Otis Goldthorpe.
Take your marks.
On to the final 25 metres we go then once again, neck and neck here between lanes 4 and 3. Love and Shepherd all the way to the line. Lots of sub 60 second times now, and Henry Shepherd with a time of 58.2 is your gold medal winner. This is the Open Male 15 years 100 metre freestyle final. In lane 0, Edward Evans.
In lane 1, Charles Presley. In lane 2, Albert Brooks. In lane 3, George Goodwin. Lane 4, Jeremiah Keniji. Lane 5, Thomas Atkins. Lane 6, Philippe Gregorias. In lane 7, Alfie Goma. In lane 8, Oliver Good. And lane 9, Nathaniel Sawyer.
Take your marks.
This is the Open Males 16 years 100 meter freestyle final. In lane 0, Sonny Landyman. In lane 1, James Belton. Lane 2, Nick Wood. Lane 3, Oscar Collier. Lane 4, Aaron Bissett. In lane 5, Michael Banks. In lane 6, Aubrey Amada Bennett. In lane 7, Kalel Nitamoa. Lane 8, Finn Jackson. And lane 9, Daniel Harding.
Take your marks.
Well, attention to all coaches and swimmers. The next warm-up will begin at 12:40. The next warm-up will begin at 12:40, and you have until then to withdraw from that session. So you've got another 7 minutes to withdraw yourselves from that session. That is, warm-up begins at 12:40, with withdrawals finishing also at 12:40 once the warm-up begins. Well, closing stages we go then of this 100 free. And out there in lane number 4, that is Aaron Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells, who gets across with 52.74. That is ridiculously fast. And no doubts about who that gold medal has gone to. This is the Open Male 17 years and over 100 meter freestyle final. In lane 0, Chung Yong Yon. In lane 1, Ruben Cowie. In lane 2, Matthew Rogers. In lane 3, Brian Diener. In lane 4, Amal Dailiner. In lane 5, Hayden Annan. In lane 6, Tom Hawkins. In lane 7, Alex Usman. In lane 8, Sebastian Williams. And in lane 9, James E. Juan.
Take your marks.
So a reminder that you will have 5 minutes from now to withdraw ahead of the next warm-up session and ahead of this afternoon's sessions. That afternoon session number 8 will begin with the warm-up at 12:40. And the warm-up will now end at 13:34. As we head into the final 50 metres, final 25 metres now of this race. Looking into the pool, who is out in front? Oh, I can actually stake my claim with lane number 5. That's Hayden Annan, a 17-year-old, came in with a 53.33, and he gets a 53.38, and gets himself the gold. So warm-ups will be beginning in 5 minutes time. Warm-ups will be beginning in 5 minutes time.
We were shut like a jacket, so do yours too. We would roll down the rapids to find a wave that fits. Can you feel where the wind